2v2 Hydris Chasm blue team. We have Triumph plays an Eldar Warlock melee commander with great disruption and mobility, can also tank damage with the right war gear. Alongside, Stoned Commissar plays an Inquisitor offensive commander, lots of great crowd control, begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons and some support as well. Red team, Hastaga is a Chaos Sorcerer offensive and destructive commander, lots of great manipulation spells and some pretty decent damage output as well. And alongside is Dontadin, plays a Grey Knight Brother Captain durable commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Awesome offense and support fights in melee combat. Grey Knight Brother Captain fighting alongside Chaos in bluish purple. Something's up with this fella. There's a Sentinel getting shot to pieces. This is beta 10 by the way, so go check out the link in the description for all of the changes. There's quite a lot of them, so I'm not going to remember them all. Some changes to all of these factions on show. Perhaps the biggest change of the patch balance wise was the change to Catachan Devil, which now cost 10 power less. Quite a big change for them. Warlock jumping in. Destructor on the Heretics, quite nicely hit. Doom Bolts pretty much misses everything, and Warlock is going to be very annoying here. Just Doom Blast him and run away, I think, because Banshees are moving in. There's the Doom Blast. Nice special attack from the Sorcerer. Banshees backing off, reluctant to engage with those Heretics there. Heretics look like they're going for the Garrison. That's a bit of an odd choice. And Banshees now setting upon the Sorcerer. There's the special attack. Knocks him on his ass, and he is forced off lest he die immediately. Are we going to see an aspect and a grenade quickly here? Looks like we're not. He's backing off. Inquisitor with her very decent starting special attack, disrupting these Strike Squad models and takes out one of them. Awesome play from her. Look how much XP she has now. Needs to be careful here. She's going to use her Hammer of the Witches. Her starting ability takes out a model, and she should get away with 40 hit points there. Retreating units taking far less damage from ranged weapons. Banshees are just going to retreat away from these Chaos Space Marines who get their Eternal War upgrade. Some boosts to Chaos Space Marine Tier 2 economy in Beta 10. The aspiring champion of Chaos Space Marines and the Raptors now cost you less upkeep. Upkeep is kind of a tax on your requisition income, so can make huge changes to how a game plays out. Sentinel does get away and now does have the ground pound upgrade, 100 more health and the ground pound ability. Purgation Squad on the field here. Good choice versus Imperial Guard in general, especially if you want to control a troublesome melee commander of theirs, and she might cause problems if she gets the Holy Brazier taking out Strike Squad models and stuff. Havoc's on the field for Hastaga. He should have pushed forward though and envelop this power farm with that Havoc, I think. Dire Avengers hanging out behind some heavy cover, and Hastaga very static here. Sorcerer heads off this attempted switch of sides from Triumph. He has the Merciless Switchblade up. Sentinel taking shots at some Stormtroopers, forces them off, now getting repairs. And this thing got a buff, quite a good buff as well. The frag missiles from its missile launcher now have approximately a third faster flight time, which makes a huge difference to how effective they are. Doom Bolts flying in. If this thing survives to Tier 2, we might see them. Ouch, those guardsmen taking huge amounts of damage, and Catachans are on the field. Very versatile squad, can disrupt with their grenade barrage as you saw there. All reliable it's called. And also counter melee squads with a shotgun blast and deal pretty decent melee and range damage themselves. And support with a smoke grenade. They can even up their utility further with a improvised explosive, but you need to purchase the Demolition Man for that, which they have done. He also has a slightly more powerful shotgun, the Demolition Man. Inquisitor getting very close and is forced off. Probably shouldn't have pushed that far. Now he has to retreat all the way back, and Dontadin can push back out with his entire army. 459, 432 Catachans will finish the cap. The multi-las turret went down to that Purgation Squad, as you might have seen, and now las guns are pinging at a power node. So full gens up for both teams. No, 2 gens over there. Havoc suppressing this Eldar staff. Rangers brought on the field to try and counter them with their sniper shots. But the Sorcerer could do pretty well with that, since he can get his Vessels of the Warp and go after those Rangers quite aggressively. Needs to be careful of Banshees doing that, of course. Shuriken gets into the garrison, gets straight back out again. 459, 412. Heretics decapping, good push by Hastaga. Bided his time. Stormtroopers getting away with a lot of models there. Sentinel is pushing forward for a stomp. No, he's not. Gonna take some damage. There's the stomp. And here's the strike squad. Heavy infantry. Pretty good melee and ranged combat, especially in tier 1. Can fall off slightly in their usefulness as you go up the tiers. I find this when I play Grey Knights in a way. Maybe I'm just not good at using them. Brother Captain smacking on the Inquisitor. He does start with a 30 DPS power melee weapon, which is not bad. Who's going to run away first? It's got to be the Inquisitor here. She has far less health. Damn, that Brother Captain Catagen's coming in though, completely changing the engagement with that Ordo Malleus. Wow. Now the Brother Captain in a bit of trouble. These guys should be forcing melee combat with their power melee weapons. And he starts to do it a bit too late, and the Brother Captain will get away. What's going on here? Rangers caught in melee combat by Heretics, but Banshees forced them off. The Sorcerer is being annoying and teleports away. He has the Sword of Flame as well, so can use Coruscating Flame on himself or those Heretics to be even more annoying. Warlock is fleeting towards the east side, is he? It's quite awkward to flank on the west side of this map unless you go all the way around here and try and flank around. Otherwise you're kind of stuck. Much easier to flank on this side because of these entries here. 459, 386, tier 2 for all players. Chaos Dreadnought on the way for Hastaga. This VP uncapped, as you can see, 1-to-1. That Merciless Switchblade doing work, draining energy from the strike squad. Doing some good damage as well. There's that passively. Good support here from Triumph. And he's defending his power, which is the main thing over here. Hastaga has had the better of it slightly, but is not been able to make that breakthrough which would allow him to bash the power. Here come the Chaos Space Marines forcing melee combat on the Dire Avengers. Are they? Havoc's taking huge amounts of damage from the Rangers, which are now suppressed by the Havocs. And Heretics chasing them down. CSM are going to try and decap this VP, are they? Nope, they're just going to hang around there. Ouch. That was a Hell Fury strike from the Inquisitor. A global that both of these commanders have, in fact. Warlock is eventually forced off Dontadin with 2 commanders to deal with over here. Sentinel does have the missile launcher. 459, 386. He's using frag missiles though. Crack missiles, sorry, to take down those generators. The Chaos Dreadnought is getting Marco Tzeentch. Gives it an anti-vehicle missile launcher. Havoc's doing a lot of work here from Hastaga. I don't think they've been forced off once. Rangers bang, taking another model. That might force them off. Banshees hanging back, have the aspect of fleetness. You see their X up there with those 2 power swords. Grenade, nicely done, knocks back, heavily damaging those Heretics. Rangers now forced off. Triumph needs to replace his Guardian Weapon team, and does so immediately to get a Bright Lance on the field. 459, 377. Judgment goes down on those Stormtroopers, forcing them off. That's from the Inferno Pistol. Inquisitor fully kitted out here, has Excruciators. Assail slightly nerfed in this update. Now hold stuff in place for 2 less seconds. 10 down to 8, and Liber Heresius is up. Purgation Squad with their Psy Cannon shooting the crap out of everything. Got a slight buff, now up to 38 range from 36. Wow. Catagen's coming out of nowhere with that Ordo Malleus, and look at the damage these Grey Knights are taking. Brother Captain staying on the field though gives it that awesome field presence, and he's just annoying the hell out of these guardsmen who have plasma guns, so they are going to be heavily damaging the Grey Knight's heavy armor. Triumph taking his victory point back. Warp Spiders on the way. Wants to get Haywire and Bright Lance on that Dreadnought if it tries to push forward, but I don't think it's going to be too aggressive here. It does have Rangers and a setup team, so he can't go marauding in. 391, 376. The Catechers have done really well. All of their unreliables seem to have hit perfectly. Dontadin is in tier 3 and has loads of resources. Wow. You can get some Terminator variants on the field pretty soon. 391, 376. Banshees backing away, jumping over cover with their aspect of fleetness. Heretics have done well. He's been quite aggressive with them here. There's a Hell Fury from Dontadin, and that was pretty nasty on the Eldar stuff. The Rangers do get away, and they level. Heretics getting absolutely decimated here. Pushes them in too far. Soaked up a lot of damage, but didn't pull them out in time. And the Aspiring Champion is up on those Chaos Space Marines with its reduced upkeep cost. There is the Demonic Summoning, spitting out bloodletters there, a global ability of the Chaos Sorcerer, and Triumph again is forced off. Is he going to bash power this time? Seems to just go for the VP and completely leave the power. The Dreadnought took a lot of damage there. Wow, lots of Stormtroopers dying, but they do all get away. Sorcerer revives the Brother Captain. Such heresy over here. More Heretics on the way for Hastaga. Good choice, since he needs to repair up that Sentinel. And look at this. Can these guys cap? It's going to be a huge risk to do so. Warp Spiders on the field, teleporting infantry with huge amounts of piercing DPS and some nice utility as well. Can Haywire grenade stuff in the face. Will hard stun this Dreadnought. The annoying thing about Haywire grenades is that it stops the vehicle from attacking, not only snaring its movement. 391, 375. Dontadin has some Paladins on the field. Terminator variant with these big demon hammers, lots of heavy melee damage with a health regeneration aura. Kicking off though on the west side. Dreadnought used its frenzied barrage. Eats a Haywire, got forced off most of Triumph's stuff. Where are those Havocs? They're still at base. Pressure here from Stone Commissar. Sentinel levels to 4. Wow. 391, 354. But the Captain with the Nemesis Demon Hammer. Not sure that was the best use of his resources, and he goes down. It's 50 power to get that thing on the field, and he's not counter-initiating any enemies here. Maybe he wants to get the teleporter as well, so he can teleport in to this blob of infantry and instantly use Demolishing Strike, but he's dead, so he won't know. Chaos Sorcerer instantly revives him. No sign of the teleporter on the way. What is Stone going to do against these Paladins?
Our ally soldiers die when they stand.
Guardsmen caught in melee combat by a whole bunch of stuff there. Heretics have repaired this. Hastaga pulling back for now. And an energy shield goes up. That's the first energy shield I've seen here from Triumph. Rangers have done well, level 2. Banshees having a look to see what's happening. I haven't seen these ladies engage much, but they are level 2, so they've done some work. 379, 335, there you see that sped up frag missiles. But look at this flank from Triumph, beautifully done, awesomely timed after the Catechin, all reliable, wow. And there's the Icon of Tzeentch doing work. This thing got quite a big buff. 368, 335, there's a sail on the Paladins. Really bad news for them since they can't retreat out of it. Taking huge amounts of damage. Paladins continuing to push. It's pretty damn risky. Taking shots to the face from that Inferno pistol. You saw the damage that the Icon of Tzeentch did to those Banshees. This thing now does a flat 15% of the target's maximum health as damage. Ouch, which is a pretty nice buff, and that was a nice improvised explosive on retreat path, wipes one of the stormtrooper squads. Nice play there from Stoned.
We are losing a victory objective.
A flurry of action on the east side, and we come back to the west side to power being bashed by the Tzeentch Predator, the Tzeentch Dreadnought I should say, and Chaos Space Marines, and this thing is almost level 3 already. Heretics capping, and the power is going to go down completely, and a Baneblade is on the field for Stoned. Can he protect this thing from those paladins? Unfortunately for the brother captain, he cannot get a heavy melee weapon to help with that. He can of course buff them with the Mind Blades global, buff the paladins damage, could also get a librarian out to buff them further, 330, 335, and that might be worth it as well with shrouding up. Picking off west side, Chaos Predator on the field with Tzeentch. A very themed Tzeentch army over here so far. But here's the Baneblade. This thing counters pretty much everything from range. Bristling with guns, 2 las cannons, 3 twin-linked heavy bolters, mega battle cannon, and a demolisher cannon. It's also kicking off over on that east side. Let's have a look. Sentinel set upon by paladins. This thing done so well. The Inquisitor is now going to be in a world of hurt. Strike Squad should be forcing melee combat on her, but they do have a side cannon, and she's almost wiped out by the paladins on retreat. In fact she is, and these guys have a side cannon of their own. A very strong army over there for Dontadin. 272, 335, a triple cap for the red team. I don't know if blue team have a way out of this. The Baneblade is their only saving grace right now. Triumph getting a D cannon which will help him out a lot. Also has a hell of a lot of red, and if he can catch the Predator tank and the Dreadnought together like that, he could do a hell of a lot of damage. 239, 335. Here comes some heretics. What are they going to repair first? Probably the Dreadnought, since it's leveled up and is slower. 222. No, he's repairing the Predator first. Baneblade has taken a lot of damage here. Banshees moving in and instantly retreat out. There's a Hell Fury strike, which doesn't do a whole lot there. Oh, Heretics run straight into it, so now it does. Sorcerer in retreat is level 5. Power decapped here. And Stormtroopers now have plasma guns for some reason. The cannon, I have not seen it move forward yet. 169, 335 is a double cap. Do red team have this sewn up, or can this Baneblade push through and make a huge difference? It's a pain in the arse for sure. 156, 335. Dreadnought getting shots in. There's the demolisher cannon. Ouch! And that was on retreating CSM. Would have wiped the squad if they didn't retreat there. Guardsman constantly repairing it, and here comes a bunker, most likely a repair bunker. These things took a slight hit, they now repair slightly slower. Is that thing path blocking that entire thing? Not quite, I don't think. East side. Sneaky Catachans decapping. Level 3 Catachans have done really well. Brother Captain scares them off, and he does now have the teleporter pack, the Demon Hammer, making a lot more sense. Still an expensive thing to get if you don't have a melee squad to specifically deal with. Some nice vehicle play here from Hastaga. He's kept these things alive. Not sure why Triumph has not used his Eldritch Storm yet. 137, 316. He caps the VP. 2-1 now for blue. And look at the map change. Map has completely changed here. So Hastaga under serious amounts of pressure. Is a very good double, and Dontadin is being kept occupied almost completely by the Guardsman infantry, but now he's coming over. Down goes the Predator tank. Ouch! More heretics on the field from Hastaga. taking huge amounts of damage. Those heavy bolters suppressing those guys, and here comes Dontadin with a flank with side cannons and paladins all on the rear armor of this Baneblade. Baneblade turns around to show its front armor, and there's an abyss on the bunker, and the D cannon goes down. Ouch. 137277. Seer Council on the field for Triumph. The Baneblade does go down. Paladins and this Dreadnought making short work of it there. You have double Paladins on the field for Dontadin, giving each other that health regeneration aura, I imagine. Does it stack? If it stacks, that's pretty nuts. Inquisitor is capping the east side. It's a double cap for the blue team. So that was a huge loss for Stone Commissar. He now has Kasrkin on the way. Most likely going to get some plasma guns to shoot the crap out of these double paladins. And Kasrkin with their plasma guns and their weapon expertise are pretty damn nasty. Catachin's hitting level 4. 137, 235. Paladins was bullying this Eldar here. Banshee's moving in. They will do a lot of damage, but can they stand toe to toe with them? Seer Council also doing a huge amount of damage to these Paladins. Banshees are forced off. But can they force off the Seer Council as well? Seer Council providing a passive buff to nearby allies, but this is just too much stuff for them to deal with. 137, 235. Dreadnought smacking up the Warlock. He should go down a retreat. There we go. We get a nice sync kill, and now Dontadin, after that very nice double, heads back to the east side, but there is a sail. Huge pain in the ass for Terminator variants. And these guys taking huge amounts of damage. There's Hammer of the Witches as well. Kasrkin were pouring on the damage to those guys, but they are forced off, as is the Inquisitor. 137, 235. Seer Council and Banshees now chasing down these Paladins. There are some Chaos units here to help them out, and the Banshees are forced off. Seer Council were not chasing Indrid, they were back at base. 131, 235, kicking off east. Catachans in a shooting fight with Purgation and Strike Squad. There's a Hellfear on their faces. 124, 235. Look at the damage from these level 4 fully upgraded guardsmen alongside an autocannon. Wow. Grey Knights getting shot to pieces. 117, 235, 2-1 for red. Candy Brother Captain Decap. No, he's just going to teleport in and demolish and strike their faces. But that's it. It's kind of a one-trick pony. Now he can just be kited. Their weapon squad is forced off though. Lads Cannon getting shots, or trying to at least. Banshees and Seer Council forcing off. The Chaos Space Marines. Does Hastaga have what it takes to deal with this melee force without Dontadin's help? Warlock is down. Warp Spiders in retreat. They didn't get their last reinforcement there. And Stone Commissar bringing a las cannon over on this side to help against that Dreadnought. Some nice support from both teams on both sides. 99-234 very much is a map for choosing when to double and doing it well. Another Chaos Predator on the field. Might take a rear armor hit and instantly does. Wow. East side is quite the Brother Captain. He let himself die here. That is bad play from Dontadin. No reason why he should have died there. Inquisitor revives the Warlock. She's level 6, doing very well. 10-18 hit points. That's not bad. Liber Heresius giving her 305 hit points. Energy, I should say, at level 6. That's nuts. Does not increase her energy regen though. 99-206. Dontadin pushing the east side. Psychonin shooting the crap out of everything. Double Paladins. I don't think he has the firepower to deal with this. Needs some more Kasrkin. Those guys forced off. There's another Hell Fury. Hell Furies have been used quite well by Stone Commissar in this game. Kasrkin now in a melee fight, not what Way wants. No sign of their grenade being thrown. Has he forgotten about these guys? I think he did forget about them. And now he's going to lose them, I think. Yeah, down they go. That's a huge loss for Stone Commissar. On the fight for the east side, Eldritch Storm takes down the Chaos Dreadnoughts. That was nasty. Chaos Space Marines are level 4 with Marco Tzeentch. Just about getting away from the Seer Council. Fleet all round for Triumph, trying to support and decap and stuff. 82-195. Looks like Dontadin is going to drop a Land Raider soon. He just needs 70 more power, requisition even. There's so much power there. 77-195. Can the Paladins tank all of this stuff? Las Cannon getting shots, Auto Cannon getting shots. There is a Dark Flame which does do friendly fire, I believe. 77-186, double cap for blue. Hastaga's lost both of his heretics. He needs that Land Raider Crusader dropped pretty quickly. Triple cap now for blue. And his paladins are in trouble because they're in melee combat with Catachans, and these guys are level 4 and they are pouring on that power melee damage alongside the autocannon's damage and the Inferno Pistol. The Warlock also there. He has switched to the Witchblade of Kernus. Providence and Warp Throw. Paladins go down. And it's all of a sudden not looking very good for Red Team. They do have a Land Raider Crusader now. This thing allows you to reinforce and has Hurricane Bolters on it, which is pretty good. Those things suppress from long range. Incredibly annoying to deal with if you don't have your own anti-vehicle vehicles, because they will suppress any infantry squads in front of it that try to get close for some AV. Purgation level 4, is he going to lose them? He does lose them. There's an orbital. Has he put the blasts in the right place? He has not, and it's completely wasted. 70-112, a nice dodge from Stoned. Is that another Eldritch Storm? It is. Good grief. And a Las Cannon getting shots. That is bad news for this Land Raider. I think it ate a haywire as well before the Warp Spiders ran away. Level 4. Everything hitting level 4 in this game, it seems. Seer Council level 3. Hell Fury dropped. That's from Dontadin, is it? No, I think that was... Anyway, the Land Raider Crusader goes down. And Dontadin has nothing. Hastaga has one squad. Looks like blue team are going to take this game. I'm not sure if that was a Hell Fury to try and protect the Land Raider, or if that was a Hell Fury from Stone to force off those CSM. 56-108. Is it over? Are they just going to concede? What has Dontadin got up his sleeve here? Hastaga seems to think it is. 56-98, double cap for blue. Going to be a triple, is it? No, there is the concession from the red team. Some pretty frantic action on both sides. I like the teamwork of the doubling. Really changed the game up. Some nice commander play. This Inquisitor did very well. Triumph under tons of pressure. Had a level 9 Warlock at the end though. Wow. Hastaga I don't think was quite aggressive enough hitting that power early on. His power stayed up for way much longer than it should have. Seer Council did hit level 4 at the end. Catachin is doing very well at a new price point for some reason. Oh, they're infiltrated. Brother Captain didn't even hit level 4, this guy. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.